Aw, yeah, baby. Let's go. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to another reaction video for today. This is one of the big ones, I think, when it comes to the Transformer movies, because this one is violent. It gets dark. As this title suggests, Transformers 3 when PG-13 pushed its limits. Now, I'm going to let everybody know, I'm like fairly certain I didn't watch this one. I can't think of a single point in this PointlessHub video that I've watched. But I'm like fairly certain I watched the fourth one. So I'll still do a reaction for it, but I'll preface it that I'm pretty sure I watched that. It might be one of those videos I watch kind of like on my second monitor. That's a lot of times that's what I do. So possibly, but I just want to let everybody know. Just want everybody know that in the future. I know that has nothing to do with this one. But I'm only saying it because I'm like 90% sure I didn't watch this video. Anyway, I didn't say I did at least. So anyway, let's get to it. Let's go. But a lot of videos that I click on and then let play for a second end up saying that I've watched the entire video, which I'm like, which really sucks because you know how many times I've probably skipped a video personally because I was just like, I've watched it already. You know, just you know, regular video, not a PointlessHub, just any video. I'm like, oh, I've watched it already. Ended up being I didn't. Sad days. Yeah, sad. It's just sad. It's sad. It's very sad. Anyway, let's go. 3, 2, 1, play.
You know Pokemon?
No.
It's still
What is
popular
that?
to this day. Biggest franchise in the world. But in
Fuck
the 90s,
Pokemon.
it was even bigger. You couldn't get away from it.
If you guys don't know what Pokemon is,
You're fucking
you
about
are...
to. Oh, that was Jeff
after
Bezos.
That dramatic rise, it fell. Just a little bit. It's still big. But it was just enough of a dip that there was a time many worried that this was simply going to be a fad, relegated
like
to the late 90s.
Pogs
so
or some
what
shit?
if it was? What if Pokemon ended up being a fad? The people
That would have been so awesome. You know how many great fucking things we'd have now if Pokemon was gone? We wouldn't have shitty ass card scalpers. We wouldn't have dog shit fucking clones. We wouldn't have dog shit Pokemon games. We wouldn't have stupid ass card games. We wouldn't have had, oh my god, we wouldn't have had weird furries. We wouldn't have had a million fucking YouTube channels with the exact same thumbnail going, look. Oh, it'd be awesome. Anyway, welcome to my reaction channel. This is unique content.
who played the games, forgot about them, and grew up.
We have PokeRev selling fucking mystery boxes for like $100 with like $20 of packs in there and a fucking whatever.
And after a few decades, they were all reintroduced to the world of Pokemon through a live-action movie. This movie, though, is brutal. Pokemon don't just faint anymore. They die.
Oh my god.
Imagine if you sat in that
the fuck was
theater
that?
and watched your favorite Pokemon
Fucking
canonically
die.
commit war
The fuck is this movie?
crimes.
What am I looking at?
That's
I'm the only thing I've ever seen. Is that a YouTube video? It's Shia.
Transformers Dark of the Moon.
Sure. But, okay, the only reason why I'd say that's not exactly that, this scene is so fucking ridiculous. Where he's like, no, Optimus. Optimus is like, fuck you. He just commits a war crime. But the Transformers, like, especially the movie, got dark, you know? What the fuck? The other ones, I mean, they were goofy, but sometimes characters would die, you know what I mean?
It's been a long
I guess
journey in
Pokemon
this
characters
trilogy.
die, too.
We began with a blast
Like Ash died in the movie. He came back, but still.
from the 2007 past with the original Transformers, a film that, in my opinion, is still awesome.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Revenge of the Fallen, a broken movie that everyone involved with disregards to this very day. And we've come now to our final stop
so did that dog.
before this franchise.
Oh, by the way, here's a fun fact. These 2 dogs are dead.
Day. And we've come now to our
I guess I don't really know if that's true, but I'm going to just assume.
final stop
Considering
before
how long
this
it's been.
franchise plummets straight into rock bottom. Now, if you've come here expecting me to just hate on...
I don't know if I hate 2, 4, or 5 more. I keep saying 5, and then sometimes I say 4. But 2, I was reminded of how fucking bad that movie is. I don't know. 2 might have been just worse because of how much I enjoyed the first movie, and how much I was still a Transformers fan at the time. So I was like, oh. Where, like, by the time 4 and 5 come out, even though 3 was better... Still not a very good movie, but it was better. I think I was just like, it was bad. What a surprise, you know?
Dark of the Moon. You might get some of that, I'm not going to lie.
Wang.
But for the most part, you will be disappointed. Because here's a
this is like
dark
one
secret of my
Leonard
own.
Nimoy's
I kind
one of his
like
final
this
performances.
movie. Hey, look,
Yeah.
my credibility just withered and died.
That's fine.
The big question you're probably
least you had
asking
credibility.
is why? And my answer to
that
is I don't know. It's crass. It's brutally violent.
Yeah.
It's somewhat depressing.
Yeah.
And is basically
Humans
the exact
die by the
opposite
dozens.
of the original series.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
the
it's
movie
crass.
gets a little
it's
dark, I guess.
brutally violent. It's somewhat depressing. And it's the exact opposite of the original series.
Washington, D.C. is mine!
Also, I was a teenage boy when this movie came out. I was this movie's exact demographic.
Was that iRobot?
So forgive me if I look back on this movie with nostalgia goggles so thick I look like Professor Farnsworth.
I can't remember. Was Shia LaBeouf in... Yeah, he was in both. He was in iRobot and Constantine, right? Did he play pretty much the exact same character in both of those movies? Like, he was just like the sidekick to the main hero, but he was like the affable, like, hey friendo, right? Isn't he like the exact same character in both? Hey friendo, he never said that.
This
but...
movie with nostalgia goggles so thick I look like Professor Farnsworth.
Hell yeah. Good
Does
news,
this mean
everyone.
That Dark of the Moon is some
live
special
executions
gem only now appreciated with time? Is this video a defense against a sea of negativity?
Oh, wait, hold on, go back.
Is this video a
uh-oh. I see a cuck.
Defense against a sea of negativity?
Yeah, can I just say, like, Chris Stuckman just did another review recently. I'm just gonna throw shade at him. I'm starting to hate Chris Stuckman. He did another fucking review where there's a big chunk of it dedicated to some fucking stupid loan shark app. Again, fuck off. Fuck you. Just do Raid Shadow Legends. Do one of these fucking things. Why do you have to do the, oh, get ripped off on this fucking thing? Oh, go play gambling, get addicted, you fuck. Why don't you just fucking do, like, why don't you just do ads for, like, fucking cocaine at this point? Yeah, keep them on YouTube.
No, it's still not very...
It's because this movie did bad. It doesn't matter. He got paid for the fucking movie already anyway. What the fuck?
good, and all the criticisms against it are still very valid.
Lasers shoot off into
Oh yeah, that might be my favorite half in the bag episode where they both saw half the movie each. It's so good. I wish they did that more often.
As the planet comes into the galaxy and
they explain the movie to each other.
Line is,
Optimus!
It's just I like dumb things sometimes. And I like dumb things about this movie.
May I finish my Shuhua milk, Donnie?
I don't know, how do I even
Sean.
segue into this? I'm nostalgia critic, so you don't
have to. I'm the nostalgia critic. I'm the nostalgia critic because you
was
are
not
gay.
a good movie, and everyone kind of knew it.
Yeah.
They chalked the whole thing up to the writer's strike, and
Yeah,
then just went in
that was
for the
it.
third. Though, considering their track record
Yeah,
since the
I'm about to
second
say,
movie,
that's way worse.
Sozzled.
I don't think it was just because of the writer's
Sozzled?
strike.
What the fuck
Whether
does that mean?
unionized labor is to blame or not, the one thing Bay took away from the entire experience was
They'll
that
make a
constant
Skibbity Toilet
jokes
movie
about
eventually.
sex and balls were not an ideal way of doing comedy. Those elements would not be returning for the final movie in this trilogy.
Well,
Speaking of which,
Brace yourselves, the Transformers franchise just got a whole lot less sexy.
Megan Fox is gone. You'll never see her again.
She's
until
dead!
2022,
Oh, yeah.
where she's with Machine Gun Kelly for some reason.
Oh no, she's coming back to voice everyone's favorite Mortal Kombat character, and she's gonna do it perfectly. How the fuck did she do a better job of voice acting the stupid robot in Five Nights at Freddy's? Whatever.
Just a few drops, but yes,
Oh, yeah.
we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes.
What the fuck?
What
She had a
the
very-
fuck? You what?
The public falling out with Michael Bay. Complained about Bay's attitude
I
during
think Michael Bay might have dodged a bullet there.
filming of
Because you know his ass was probably like, "Yo, girl, what's up? You want some of this Bay D, baby?"
Revenge of the Fallen. You know, constructive criticism in a very rational manner. Very subtle.
He wants to be like Hitler on his sets, and he is. So
Fox
he's a
McCloud.
nightmare to work for.
I meant
I don't know. You know, people need to stop calling everybody literal Nazis and all that stuff. I don't think you understand how fucking horrible a Nazi is.
subtle in the old
Can we
English
stop?
vernacular, as in not very subtle at all.
Yeah.
Because of these comments, she was let go for the next movie. Now, Bay went on to say that he actually had no problem with Megan Fox saying this, but the way that he
What?
says it is a little backhanded. Like, oh yeah, I knew it was Megan just being Megan, you know.
Well, to be fair, when you get called Hitler, you should probably be a little bit more upset. So him actually saying this is kind of like, all right, I get maybe Michael's a little chill like that, or maybe it's true. It's,
being a brat. Bay says
I mean,
that-
yeah, it's funny. I've never heard a lot of like issues with Michael Bay on sets. So I don't think I've ever heard, besides from Megan Fox. That's the only one. I maybe I'm wrong. I've never heard of like a set issue. Maybe again, maybe I don't know.
While he didn't care too much about the comment, Steven Spielberg, on the other hand, cared immensely.
Well, yeah.
He demanded
he made Schindler's List.
She immediately be fired.
It's like, what?
It's funny to think Spielberg was ever associated with these movies, isn't it? So was Bay really not offended, but Spielberg was? Or did Bay just pass the blame to the big producer so he wouldn't look like a little bitch? Who can say?
Maybe
I
that
wasn't
too.
There. Whatever the reason, Megan Fox was out and was replaced with a Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah, she's in Mad Max Fury Road. She's also, I think she's Jason Statham's wife.
Make of that what you will.
Statham?
So Michaela as a character is now just...
Because I think I looked her up one time and it says, wait, hold on. Yeah, let me see. I don't remember the actress's name, so I'm just going to look up Jason Statham. Oi. Yeah, no, oh yeah, wow, they're still married. Rosie Huntington Whiteley, sorry. Yeah, oi. Dude, he's almost 60 years old and he's still banging that? Hell yeah.
Gone.
Is that your girlfriend?
Yes.
So how much of a problem can that be for the finale of this trilogy? Not shockingly, it's quite a problem. Because by the time Megan Fox was fired, the script was already finished. Lines, character motivations, everything, the whole shebang, it was done. And the way they decided to patch over this little issue of the main love interest being gone was to just cross her name.
Wow. I didn't know that. I've never watched this video. There's no way. I didn't know that.
Carly.
I mean, that probably makes sense. Doesn't she like cars?
Love interest isn't simply a cheap replacement of Michaela. She is Michaela. She says the lines that Michaela was supposed to say. And
why wasn't she just Michaela then? Whatever, it's a different fucking actor. They didn't give a fuck when they did Iron Man 2.
Everything. Carly oversees a top-of-the-line classic car.
No, that's not Michael Bay, but I'm saying, like, around this time. It was like a year before this was Iron Man 2, and they're just like... Tony's like... Rhodey? He's like, yeah, it's Rhodey. Oh, okay.
Which is something that seems pretty random for some British girl that Sam met at the White House.
Oh, yeah, she's British. I forgot about that.
But you know who it's not random for? Michaela, a girl who spent her entire life working on cars and being a mechanic.
That's weird, I just wouldn't pay you for mechanical.
One major point of this movie really seemed to be that Sam, the college-educated guy who was kind of handed everything in his life, was now struggling once he actually had to find a job.
From Obama?
What?
Yeah. In this office, we're mostly Republicans. So...
On the other hand...
Wow.
His working-class girlfriend ended up getting her dream job from hard work, and now Michaela is supporting both her and Sam while he feels inadequate in everything.
No, I don't need any money for lunch. I have money from yesterday's lunch.
Then suddenly, here comes Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
This is kind of an old relationship, and now there's a potential threat to Sam.
He came back to life for this.
Then after the entire movie happens and Patrick Swayze is punched in the face...
That's it. I'm not even going to correct him and say who it is. It's Patrick Swayze.
The rings and shows that Sam and Michaela are now going to get married. Yeah, we didn't get that.
No.
Despite spending...
They broke up, and they did the same thing they do in like every movie where they don't cast the same actress because of a falling out of some sort, and they just want to be spiteful. They go like, yeah, she was a fucking bitch.
The entire last movie building up to just Sam admitting that he loves her, the series' core couple just breaks up off screen. Everything just feels so strange now. It's like if in Return of the Jedi, once Han came back, he randomly started to hook up with that blue chick, and Leia was just cast off into space.
What if she dumps him?
Yeah, what's if in between movies they break up and you don't know why exactly, and they don't explain? Yeah, that'd be weird. Episode 7.
It's like the last girl.
She was mean.
Okay, there you go. I think they call her a bitch, huh? If it was in Transformers 2, you would say, "Oh yeah, rip this fucking eye out, die, yeah." Fuck.
It really seems to be an unspoken fiction that
as long as it's not red, it's fine.
As your violence is against robots, you can just get away with
I think I say as long as it's not the blood isn't red, then you're good. PG-13.
anything. Rip them in half.
That's why I keep hearing about that new Predator movie that I still haven't seen. Is that like it's super violent, but all the blood is fluorescent green, so it's okay.
Their brains out. have them
purple
fucking disintegrate.
Hell yeah,
we
that's
just
awesome.
have straight up blood now.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's supposed to be like oil, but it's red. I'm like, what the fuck?
Remember when these robots were supposed to be full of energon? That blue stuff? Nah, it's just blood
those commercials.
Because of that, this is
no
probably
Optimus!
the most violent PG-13 movie I can think of. The whole Transformers war has always been hinted at. In the 80s series, the war was nothing but idiots slapping each other around and then coming back the next week.
It's no use! We're outnumbered!
The animated movie, while having so much death, I'm not gonna lie, still had that aesthetic of Gen 1 Transformers that masked the idea of this war.
Playing the beginning of the first like what 2-3 hours of a Transformers Fall of Cybertron again. Like I forgot about that part where you just destroy Megatron with Devastator. I think right. No. Megaplex. Whatever. Anyway, you just like fucking bitch turn his ass into dust.
Transformers
damn.
War, but it was like
I think he comes back later if I'm correct.
War. The finale is action street fighting. Our cool military dudes go on motorcycles and say woo.
Goes all the skin off his back.
The Mountain Dew machine goes on a rampage.
No.
We can love Transformers 2 in
Oh man, Boogie 2988 is gonna be so upset. Mountain Dew actually kills him this time.
Well, but Transformers 3? War in Transformers 3 is
brutal.
Seal off the city.
Yeah. Everybody dies. Dude, they turn into dust and shit, right? They do some War of the Worlds shit to some of these motherfuckers. If I remember correctly.
This is the tone of a war.
And
it doesn't really matter that the conflict is between robots that can turn
funny,
into
these
cars,
fancy
or
ass
that
cars
the
and
city
this
just
war-torn
happens to
fucking
be Chicago. This still feels devastating.
Pizza!
This would be traumatic in real life.
Yeah, it goes! Look at this fuck!
In the original
Dude,
series,
what the fuck?
Decepticons wanted to harvest Earth's energy, send it back to Cybertron, you know, that whole thing. They were goofballs. But in this movie, let's just enslave all of humanity. Chicago is an occupied nation. We even have fascist... Oh, I'm sorry. Decepticon collaborators.
It's all business, but now it's personal. Do you understand me?
I understand.
They just fucking execute prisoners now. Remember when this started as a ploy to sell plastic toys? That brings me to my other point. The design of the...
At that point, Michael Bay was just like, I'm making money. Fuck those toys. They're gonna die horribly. Doesn't Ironhide die horribly in this movie? Or no, he died in the first one, I think, right?
Robots themselves. First off, the Decepticons, I guess. Transformers 2 started this cluttered design that the movies never got away from again. Decepticons for the last 2 movies have been a bunch of
I would say Bumblebee kind of got away
the same color of gray and black. Now,
it's still kind of cluttered, but not
stop
as
even
much.
looking humanoid. They're just entirely different species.
Predators?
4 eyes, mangled teeth. These idiots were supposed to be purple, but now they're just animals. Psychotic, snarling animals.
The dummies in the audience won't know that they're supposed to be evil unless they go, rah, rah, you know, so.
But I can't really...
How are they going to know?
That because Decepticons at the end of the day still do look cool.
How are they going to be Decepticon? It doesn't even make any sense. Like, who the fuck would be deceived by these things? That's like saying, like, yeah, come on in. Here's Jeffrey Dahmer. Come in. Let's team up with him. He seems chill, bro. Yeah, I know all about him, but he seems kind of chill. Look, he's not fucking eating anybody right now.
They actually have
it's like, fuck that. What the fuck?
Than our poor friends, the Autobots. Because the problem with the Autobots is that they just look so damn ugly now. They look way too human. Jesus Christ. I didn't want to see a 15-foot tall
Albert Einstein. Jeffrey Epstein, as dumbass people on Instagram would say.
Didn't need to see his head roll off of his body.
Yeah, well, actually... If it was Epstein.
It's been like 12 minutes. I should probably get into this. Remember when the Transformers bombed Iran? I didn't.
So now we assist our allies.
We bomb Iran, oh my god.
Conflicts.
Middle East. We won't say exactly where.
I love that the feds are just like, we didn't tell them to do that. They went rogue. These giant alien robots. They just really cared about Iran's nuclear deal.
Yeah.
After like 3
Seems
movies,
right.
you could really tell that there was a formula these films were following.
Later on, don't they like dip out too? Because they're like, we're tired of your shit. So they fake their own deaths, if I remember correctly, right? Don't they go on like a rocket ship to go fuck off back to wherever? And then it explodes, and they were like, "We faked our deaths to teach you a lesson." It's like, bitch, what? Am I wrong, or am I misremembering? I might be misremembering that. That seems like even too stupid for these fucking movies.
The technology lost to time that must be recovered. One powerful leader of the factions is resurrected, and as usual, it turns out that Transformers and humans have crossed paths before.
Of course.
You see, the moon landing was a conspiracy. But not that type of conspiracy with the sound stages and the Kubricks. No, the moon landing was real. It just had an additional secret agenda other than dancing on the Soviets. The real mission was to investigate an alien spaceship on the, well, you know, this spaceship was actually the most important Autobot ship of all time.
They should have tied this in with Moonfall.
And it had the key
a whole
to
11 years
the
later.
entire war before it was lost to space. Damn, it really be like that.
It really be like that sometimes.
The Autobots are rebels,
oh, man,
and we're on the losing side of the Cybertron war. But I'm pretty sure they could have afforded to use a few more fighters, right? After the ship splats down on the moon, NASA is alerted and brings the news straight away to JFK. Now, I love the Apollo missions. Hell, I'm probably the only person that remembers that Neil Armstrong movie starring Ryan
First Man?
Gosling.
I saw it. I saw it in IMAX. It was pretty good.
So don't take this as a slight against
I saw
NASA
it in IMAX and it was
travel,
pretty good.
But the first 10 minutes of this movie is an unapologetic circle jerk of the Apollo 11 mission.
Yeah.
Dark of the Moon,
I mean, it's probably the most interesting part of the movie, though.
Gets that Transformers exist for a full 4 minutes. Fun fact, NASA let Michael Bay film a lot of stuff on location.
That's crazy.
Like a lot of stuff. I know there's criticism of these movies glorifying the military-industrial complex, but what about glorifying the space-industrial complex?
Yeah.
Big shuttle.
Big shuttle.
This film really is a NASA movie, though, and you can tell somebody on this production...
Oh, when Buzz Aldrin shows up and Optimus Prime might as well just got on his fucking hands and knees and sucked his cock off. I was like, wow. He's like, you're so fucking cool. I'm like, bitch, you're a giant robot that's been to a metal planet. What the fuck? Who gives a shit? Oh, he went to a rock. Like, I'm sorry, comparatively, it ain't fucking shit. But it was obviously for the audience members to be like, let's have our moment to say thank you. He should have fucking saluted him and fucking...
wanted to have a movie involving the space program. The Autobots don't even have their own spaceship. They just tacked it onto a space shuttle. There you go. That's your Autobot ship. I need to get back on track.
Is Buzz Aldrin still alive? Because he's already old as fuck in this. He's still alive. That's crazy. 95.
Sam, he's still in these movies.
Sam Wiki.
For now.
I'm an inventor.
I'm gonna skip over everything Sam does in this movie. He can't find a job. He finds a job. His boss is John Malkovich. Ken Jeong is...
Oh, that's one of my favorite parts of that Red Letter Media review, too, where he's just like, when, I think Mike does the last half. Yeah, and Jay does the first half. So Jay's bringing up, like, John Malkovich, and Mike's like... he's like, he's not in the fucking movie. He's like, really? Does it show back up? Which I don't think is true. I think he does show back up later, but I think... Mike, I think there's something wrong with Mike's brain sometimes, which is why we love him. But
Deep
wing says things, and then he's flown out a window.
Yeah, he does.
Dark of the Moon has two plots going on. One is about unraveling this mystery, I guess you could call it that, about why the Decepticons are working with humans. Then the other half is after that mystery is revealed, and the good part of the movie begins. So I guess let's start off with the conspiracy part.
Collaborator conspiracy?
Dark of the Moon's human plot is all about uncovering this grand conspiracy. The gang goes to Chernobyl. They uncover this wacky ball. And they fight over it with a new Decepticon, one we haven't seen before.
Oh,
I like
another
that
one.
Optimus by now has his
trailer,
and
his
also
trailer.
transforms, so he gets his little sword and shield from it wherever
Yeah,
he goes.
I forgot about that. That was sick.
That is Shockwave.
Why did it take so long for him to say something?
These fan favorite.
Why did it take so long? I don't know. That
The hell was that thing?
The hell was that thing?
That
was like a 3-second.
Is Shockwave.
I don't know why. The hell is that thing? That is Shockwave. Like, what the fuck?
Taking these fan favorite characters from Gen 1 and turning them into edgy monsters.
Yeah, I mean, at least they gave him the like big eye I guess. But he was in the previous one. He looked nothing like that.
Is that when you keep the same original names, it's kind of hilarious. It's
or is that Soundwave? That might have been Soundwave.
Like if the Balrog was called Wingmaster. Yeah, so anyway, the gang goes to Chernobyl to find this ball.
Yeah.
One that's from a Transformer alien ship. And the Autobots are wondering why the Russians had a piece of this tech and why the Decepticons wanted it. And conveniently, because I assume the feds knew Optimus was gonna ask some questions, they just bring out Buzz Aldrin.
Space traveler, it's our true honor.
The honor is mine.
This is just
so lame. Why would he ever say that? He almost did get on his knees.
Corny.
It's so corny.
Love it.
I don't.
Imagine if you're one of the first men to ever be on the moon, and then decades later you have to pretend that your greatest accomplishment in life was a part of some grand conspiracy involving toy robots from the 1980s.
Giant robot.
Buzz and his
Most of them are stereotypes.
They went and explored.
I wish the Albert Einstein guy was there.
Just like the start of the movie showed, Optimus tells everyone that the ship had tech
wait,
that could
was
have
he?
won
Wait,
the
maybe
war,
he was there.
which the start of the movie also showed. One thing they haven't showed is how did the Russians...
God, Francis McDormand. It doesn't get Francis McDormand get like assaulted by John Turturro in the movie?
Get the engine part in the first place. The answer to that is nothing.
Soviets managed to land unmanned probes. Somehow they must have picked up that fuel rod.
They just hand wave it away.
What?
Somehow they must have picked up that fuel rod.
How did they pick it up? Unmanned. I guess back in the day they had some really good like. I don't care.
They don't even know.
What? Get out! Everybody get out!
The entire catalyst of this film has no explanation for how the Russians even got it in the first place.
Yeah.
The Autobots fly to the moon and retrieve Sentinel.
Wait,
The
what is
Russians
that?
even got it in the first place. The Autobots fly
Law, what's even the point of these rovers? That's true. If the fuck out.
to the moon and
here.
retrieve Sentinel Prime. After a little incident at the office, Sam reunites with Simmons to uncover
Hell
what is
yeah,
really
best
going
character.
on.
Buy my book! Buy my book! Before it's too late, people!
Halfway through this investigation, the revelation is suddenly made that the Decepticons have like 1,000 pillars. They thought there were 5, there's actually like 1,000. They actually let the Autobots find Sentinel, because only Optimus could revive him. They have to protect Sentinel. Sentinel's the key to all of this. Oh no.
Oh no, he betrayed. Oh, there you go. That's when Ironhide dies. Okay. No, who was I thinking? Jazz dies in the first one. Wait, who dies in the first one? Somebody does. Rest in peace, Ironhide. Ironhide, no!
Megatron's grand plan the entire time was for the Decepticons to take the pillars from the ship and then revive Sentinel because the two had planned the whole time to meet up like 1,000 years
I mean, Cell Prime always ends up being a fucking bitch, right?
ago before they coincidentally crash-landed right next to each other. Man, Allspark crash-landed, Megatron crash-landed, Sentinel crash-landed,
They can't fly shit.
Fallen was here. It's just really something, ain't it? It's really something.
Yep.
How did the Decepticons get the pillars from the moon to the Earth? They needed a
No
portal
offense,
to
but hacks. I say no offense because one of them passed away, but still.
even get
Still a hack, sorry.
from the moon to the Earth in the finale. We've never seen them use spaceships. When did this plan even begin?
Yeah. Sure, they could fly like
wasn't
Megatron.
Even awakened until a few years ago, but the Decepticons apparently raided the ship before Apollo 11 even got there, and then hid them across the Earth. But the entire plan hinged on Optimus reviving Sentinel. Yeah, he didn't arrive on Earth until a few years ago also. And if this was a plan that has been in the making for decades, why was this not the first plan?
Just watch them all die.
Why didn't
Watch all the Transformers die.
Megatron ever use this massive army that has apparently
Don't ask questions. Just consume product.
been on the moon this entire time? Where did this army even come from? Why was it buried? It didn't come from the Ark.
WTF to that?
Who cares
Shut the fuck up.
about the fine details of the writing? They sure didn't. The only thing I know we all came here for is the finale. The finale where a bunch of robots blow shit up.
Class dismissed.
Okay. The robot
Alright,
shit up.
enough hating. Hating is now illegal. Because the last third of this movie is a treat. Mostly.
I remember there's a lot of action towards the end, and fuckers die.
Problems, but I'll get to that. After Sentinel betrays the Autobots,
and I'll give it credit because I want to say after this, 4 and 5 do address that like the city got fucking nuked pretty much, right? Because isn't like the 4th one they address it and they ban robots, and then 5th one is like the city itself is like its own like hazard zone almost, like you don't go there.
The obvious good guys anymore. So they decide to appease the Decepticons by shooting the Autobots off into space.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. Shocking, I know.
But then is there? Am I misremembering? I thought they like faked their death. Like we weren't on the ship. We lied because we wanted to teach you a lesson about some shit. I don't know. We came to help you later or something. Even though tons of people got murdered.
And then
yeah, you see skeletons and skulls. Look at the skull rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Look at this. God damn, bro. Vaporize most of her fucking skeleton.
And then after all the fun times are had, the Autobots come back. How ballsy would it have been, though, if they had Optimus Prime die in Challenger 2? So, if you couldn't tell by now, this last third is why...
I need to know, didn't they fake their deaths? Didn't they say... I need to see, because I don't think he's going to bring it up. I just need to know if I'm losing my fucking mind here. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Let me see. Sound uses Sam Wookie, they go to Paladin and return the Sentinel to their base, revealing they made a deal. Okay, no. They locate. Wait, okay, I need to find this. Seriously, discuss the technology. Okay, preventing. Maybe it's later here. I was really working with the subcon. Someone was discussing. But when the fuck does this happen? God damn it. I don't see it in this plot synopsis here. I must be missing it because that's an important part. They would definitely not mention this. The fuck? Fuck you. Where is it? Who was disguised as the man of robots are exiled from Earth. Okay, but Starscream destroys their ship as it takes off. The Decepticons invade Chicago while placing pillars around the world to begin transporting Cybertron to the solar system. Planning to enslave humanity, use Earth's resources to rebuild their homeworld. Sam teams up with former blah 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 blah. They are nearly killed by the Autobots. The Autobots who survived their ship's destruction intervene. Sam, along with am I fucked up? I could have sworn there was even a line like maybe they didn't say we faked our death or so. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucked up. I just created that, I guess.
What else would you like about it? How they killed Chang from Community?
Or Wang from Hangover.
Okay, I take that back. That was pretty funny.
That was funny. You see a sidewalk down there? Man.
The last third is just straight fighting for an hour. It's a good ending to this trilogy.
Sure.
The best fight of the series by far.
Sure.
I like how they wingsuit into the city.
Very Godzilla 2014.
Or how the skyscraper is collapsing in half and they all have to slide
Which
down.
Came out after
Super Mario 64.
I'd
Did you know this was a practical set? Yeah, they built a whole rig that tilted and everything. Say what you will about the
Michael Bay loves doing practical when it makes sense. You know, like that's why all the cars are usually real and they flip around and stuff. Like if you could do it practical without it being incredibly stupid to do in his in his mind, he'll do it.
This is some classic Hollywood filmmaking. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, that worm thing. I love that worm thing. I don't even know what it is. It's like a vehicle or Shockwave's pet, I guess.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't know.
I mean, the effects still look really
good.
Shockwave's
It's a shame too because he doesn't really do much. In the advertisements, he was hinted as being the big bad, and then all he does is just stand around and he looks mad.
The single thing's looking at me.
Maybe he's like a Pokemon. He uses intimidation more
Name.
special defense. The records are kind of annoying as characters, but the idea of NASCAR robots with machine gun turrets just makes my American soul sing. The fact the finale takes place in Chicago too is something I've always loved. New York and Los Los Angeles are just so overplayed in media. And as an old Midwest boy, Chicago is kind of the big city for me. So to see the grand conclusion of the Autobot-Decepticon war be in my backyard, it was pretty neat. As much as I drag the miserable nature of this film, and it's often commented how depressing it is, I think it adds to the stakes, makes the event feel more important in dire.
I'd rather have depressing than completely fucking stupid and dull and shit like the second movie.
Oh, that is thanks to the soundtrack.
Because that made me depressed watching it, because I'm just like, this sucks. I hate this fucking shit.
Man, when Optimus is just swinging those swords and the music's going...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Optimus is completely mischaracterized in this, where he's like, of course, like executing Sentinel Prime and all that stuff. Like, remember Transformers 1 where he's trying to stop Megatron from killing Sentinel Prime? And then this one's just like, fuck him. And they were friends in this one. They were friends. It's like, my old friend Sentinel Prime. I think, right? He was his friend. He's just like fucking executes his ass.
Soundtrack really hides the imperfections of a film. This tone is something we haven't really seen in summer blockbusters since, at least as brutal as this was. And speaking of brutal,
Optimus the Worker. Here we go. Yes, yeah, I'm so glad he's talking about this.
Prime has always fought in any iteration of Transformers. Even in Transformers 1, he was kind of fighting to defend himself.
Yeah.
But then, as the trilogy just kept progressing,
I'll kill them all!
Optimus fought started becoming a little bit more,
unhinged?
And we all know that this is really summarized best with how he dealt with Sentinel.
Yeah.
No, Optimus!
Shut up, bitch.
I find this descent kind of hilarious. But while Sentinel's death is pretty cold, let's not forget about the way that he finishes off Megatron.
Yeah, because they team up at the end, and then Optimus is like, nah, bitch, you die right now.
Time to find out.
Megatron is Megatron. Like,
he kills his ass quick, right?
The entire time. And then at the end of the movie, he finally rises up, and together with Optimus, they beat Leonard Nimoy into a pulp. So how does Optimus approach Megatron in this temporary truce? Just rips his head off.
Yeah. Like,
what if I told you there was another ending? That's what I'm telling you. There was another ending.
There was?
In the original ending, Optimus...
They did a novelization. What the fuck? Wait, what was it? Half the words just go for the fucking Transformers, and then boom for all the explosions.
And Megatron were still going to team up to fight Sentinel together, but it was a much longer sequence. The fight was actually going to be a struggle for them both, and the end result of this fight would be Sentinel dying in combat, not just being executed.
Right.
The two rivals would then agree to a peace. Yep. That was the original end to the trilogy. Megatron would simply become...
That's gay. That's probably what Michael Bay said. He read that and was like, what the fuck is this? What, we make it a Cinderella movie? Get the fuck out of here.
And agreed to
like Cinderella movie.
And we know this because this is how the novelization of the movie
that's what I figured.
The book was adapted from an
That's really funny, actually.
earlier screenplay.
They made a fucking
Things
novelization.
kind of end up like they do in the original 80s cartoon. Megatron and the Decepticons leave to rebuild Cybertron, while the Autobots remain on Earth and adopted as their
Play
new
what
home.
I've done.
If you want to know the full story to this, Trans Theories has a good video.
Trans Theories? They might want to change that name now.
About it. My point is that we didn't get...
Wait, no, there's no way that channel is called Trans Theories.
Get that, though. There is no room for
I mean, I don't want to change it. I want them to keep it, but...
Only death.
That's funny.
Our hero of the story finishes off his enemies when they're no longer in a condition to fight. That fits a war film, sure, but I don't think it fits a Transformers film.
Yeah,
this final scene symbolizes...
Obviously, this is the best movie ever.
Bayformers films kind of were. They borrowed characters and story beats from the lore, but drastically reimagined everything to be as dark and palatable for adults as possible.
Not an inch of purple on that motherfucker.
Grittiness taken to its most
Purple is
extreme.
stupid.
This was a film that stumbled a lot, but in the end, it at least made this trilogy reach the finish line in one piece, which is something I can't say for a lot of trilogies.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what? But this is the thing. I wouldn't say The Last Stand was that bad. I mean, I think the reason why The Last Stand is that... I mean, it is bad, but it's not that bad. where I would say I would say it's like one of the worst out there. Trinity, I totally understand. But that movie has Triple H, and that was awesome. Yeah, the Last Stand just was a complete fucking disappointment. Yes, but it still had moments. I thought, at least. And I think the reason why we're thinking that, or the reason why this is actually, I guess, maybe a good comparison with Transformers is because Transformers 1 and 2 weren't. I mean, Transformers 1 is fun, but Transformers 2 is dog shit. So the third one's actually better than the second one, which is not the case here. I think that's why he's really bringing it up. But
I think what really made me appreciate Dark of the Moon is what came after. Nothing makes a bad movie look good than an even worse movie.
Yeah.
What else can I say? Run.
No. Wait.
You like music? The pill.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, the guy on the right.
I'm an inventor.
I'll keep making the robot movies and you can't stop me, Baywatch. Yeah. Funny enough, he didn't make that movie. Weirdly enough, I should say, actually. Remember the Baywatch movie where the, usually fucked by your dad. Remember when, the Baywatch movie ended with the main villain lady exploding into parts? Yeah, I want to say what's her name? The woman that's playing Rita Repulsa. What's her name? That stupid ass pirate movie's coming out with her and Carl Urban. I want to say it was her. I remember going, damn, all right, and fucking her like legs and shit are it's like pieces of her face, like on Zac Efron's body. It's like, what the fuck? I don't remember anything else about that movie besides that. Oh, and the Pamela Anderson cameo at the end. I remember. Oh, okay. Oh, she's in slow motion. Get it? Haha. Anyway, fuck that movie. Anyway, Transformers 3 peak cinema. Anyway, that's it. I will watch 4 soon. And I'm pretty sure I watched his review for 4, but I'm not 100% sure. So either way, we're gonna watch it because it would be weird if I just skipped that one and went to 5, considering 4 is probably gonna be the best one just for tearing apart a movie. Anyway, that's it. Bye.